up. You have yourself a wonderful day. Thank you for sharing the morning. I'm Bob Allison. Rob and I will see you tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock.
You're listening to WNZK, Dearborn Heights, Detroit, your ethnic superstation. 690 days, 680 nights. WNZK has available a few good hours of airtime for a few good programs to serve their communities. Radio is better than ever in targeting an audience that listens to what you say. Learn more about this exciting radio broadcasting opportunity by calling WNZK Radio at 248-557-3500.
Welcome to the bright side of aging. My name is Ike Engelbaum. I'm a pharmacist and the publisher of AmericanSeniorGazette.org. It has been wisely said, you cannot help getting older, but you can help getting old. It has also been said that age is a matter of the mind. If you don't mind, it doesn't matter. My purpose in doing the show is so that seniors and caregivers can share their ideas and questions on how we can age gracefully and in a vertical position for as long as our good genes will allow. And if we've inherited bad genes, how to outwit them. Our topics include senior housing, financial, legal, safety, travel, health issues, interesting senior events in the community, and most of all, tips on how to put old on hold. When it's time to move, don't trust all your memories and most prized possessions to just some guys with a truck. Get personalized first-class treatment from bonded and experienced moving professionals. If you're confused about all the details involved in moving from one household to another, call 1-888-489-8980. Is always the concern of who should I call about the utilities? How shall I handle my household appliances? What should I do about my pets? What do I need to handle in advance of the move? For a free brochure titled Practical Hints to Make Moving Day Easier, call Aberdeen Van Lines at 1-888-489-8980. We can even help you in selling your home or any furniture that you may no longer wish for your next move. Let Aberdeen help make your move a dream. So call 1-888-489-8980 now.
If you need a helping hand to stay at home, or maybe you'd like somebody to provide transportation or grocery shopping or run errands for you, or maybe you're going to need help with bathing or personal grooming, or you need home renovations to enable you to stay in that home safely and securely. Or maybe you can't leave your home, but you need somebody to come in and do things like a doctor, a nurse, a podiatrist, a dentist, or to have your prescriptions delivered to you. Well, House Calls on Wheels is the answer to all of that. House Calls on Wheels provides both medical and non-medical services in your home. And all the medical services are covered by insurance. The non-medical services start as low as $10 an hour. So if you or someone you know needs a helping hand at home, call House Calls on Wheels for a free in-home consultation. And that toll-free number is 1-888-489-8980. All right? That's 1-888-489-8980.
And welcome, and hope your day is off to a running start. If not, perhaps a fast walk start. It pays to move, and I'm really excited about being involved with the Renaissance Festival. As you know, it's a fun event. It's only actually being done on weekends till mid-October. And if I got a deal for you, the toll-free number I give out, 888-489-8980, for as long as I have a supply of tickets available. If you will inquire or call our toll-free number to find out about any of the sponsors we have, it's a great way for keeping our sponsors happy. So, for example, the spot that you just heard about Aberdeen moving, even if you don't decide to use the service, just call, get a bid, and see if it meets your budget. I can't see why it doesn't, because he's been around for over 25 years, and he's a wonderful guy. Sam George is a veteran, and he works with veterans. In fact, he helps veterans get started in business. And if you are interested in getting involved in the moving business, he's got a turnkey situation that you might want to consider, because one thing that ain't going to go away, you see a lot of these retail stores closing up, you see a lot of newspapers that are folded. Basic services like moving are going to be around for as long as we're around. And likewise, if in the home care services, if you will inquire about any of the in-home care the services that we have, even if you decide to choose someone else, all we want is an opportunity to at least give you our bid, and the people that I work with are top-notch. I've used them myself, and actually family friends. I only get involved with people that are reputable. So the deal couldn't be better. Just for the call to find out, and of course make an appointment. And even if you don't like what you hear, we'll still give you a couple of free tickets to the Renaissance Festival. So we try to give as much as we can of what we can afford. And we also want to encourage you to actually provide different types of services that you have. I joke about it when people that I run into tell me, "Oh, I'm retired." I respond, "You ain't retired, you're refired," okay? So if you are fortunate enough that you are retired and live comfortably, why not give back as much as you can? And your knowledge many times can really help other people get started. Though a message I want to bring across in my program, in the bright side of aging, is like a joke about it, is that aging is inevitable, wisdom is optional. Well, I want you to think of what you can do as you progress in life. You're seasoned, you've had experience, you have a lot of talent. Surround yourself by positive-minded people who share in that view. That's one of the exciting things I have in my life, is that I've been able to meet with people that are upbeat, and as soon as there's a setback, don't say, "Oh my goodness, I'm going to try to scrounge around and see what type of work I can get." No, be creative. And one of the most creative, as I like to call them, seasoned people is Dr. Andre Lee. Dr. Andre Lee was the administrator of Highland Park General Hospital, and they closed up. So, some people would take that as a stumbling block and say, "Well, my goodness, I guess I picked the wrong field to be in." Not Dr. Andre Lee. He, because of his experience, has gotten into hospice programs. He started helping other people in hospice. Then, because he wants to help young African Americans get a start in the medical field, he has Leeway Foundation. He's got a great name because Leeway Foundation leads the way to good things. Is that right, Dr. Andre Lee?
Yes, and I just want to go on record as saying I had nothing to do with that closing of that facility. It was not my fault.
I see.
But anyway, it's an odd thing too. I gotten a lot of calls this week on the panel exhibits that I've created for Black Health Legends. I'm creating one on special request for state of Kentucky, and then I got a call yesterday because I have obviously a lot of material on Michigan, and I wanted to do one for Michigan, and I got a lot of call. I got a call yesterday for somebody that wants to talk about sponsoring one for Michigan. So I'm excited about that. That's a good. And then I got a call a couple of days ago. Somebody has a big presentation to colleges that they go to, and they want to do it through my foundation to talk about career mentoring.
Wow.
And so that's taking me potentially into a new direction. And then I got a call, and the calls never stop coming. I got a call.
Wow.
As Ike Engelbaum would say, the calls never stop coming. I got a call from another person that is interested in the mobile app for the churches. So I'm just waiting to see what's going to come out of that particular one. A pastor wants to bring a group of pastors together to talk about it.
Wow.
And so I'm waiting to see how many will respond to his urgings, so to speak.
Right.
So there's a lot of things happening here. I don't know what I did to deserve this weekend.
When you're creative like you are and come up with an idea, you jump on it, and that's the key. There's so many people who have ideas, but many times they don't follow up. I mean, there's magic to following up, and I must commend you, because I know in working with you over the years that once you get an idea, you just take it to the next step and find people. If you can't make this next step yourself, you find quality people around you. And I'd like to be considered in that quality group, because and for those folks who have not heard the poster, actually the panel program, why don't you recap how church can actually utilize history and use it also as a fundraiser in their respective congregation?
Well, the panels are designed to remind people of the contributions of health providers who have dedicated their life to providing services to the community in which you live, like in the state of Michigan and in Detroit. So I try to highlight people who are either deceased or retired. I don't try to do with the current, the still alive folks, but I try to highlight people who have done some outstanding, stellar things, like Dr. Gift, G-I-S-T, who is a dentist up in Flint. He is, and he's the first African American to be president of the American Dental Association, not the national, but the American Dental Association.
Wow.
That's a major achievement.
Sure.
So I try to highlight people like that. And just recently, Dr. Natalia Tanner passed about a week ago, and she was the first board-certified pediatrician in the state of Michigan. And she died. She was 96 years old. And I'm privileged to say she was a friend. I had the opportunity to go to her home and interview her some time ago, and lovely, just a lovely person. But she's known nationwide because of her skills. So I try to not let those people be forgotten. So the panels are 3 feet wide, 6 feet tall, and they can be hung on the wall or from the ceiling. And all people have to do, to get the panel is call you at the 800 number and to be used as a fundraiser. And we have posters and books to go along with the panel exhibit as well. So it's an exciting draw. So if you got a health fair and you really want something to draw people in, this is the thing to do.
Mm-hmm. Well, you know, there are two things I learned from that and why I'm so excited about being involved with it, because many of the fundraisers, and I'm not taking away from the banquets and the pancake breakfasts and all, it requires a lot of labor, and it's usually usually very tedious for a lot of the volunteers at respective congregation. These are panels that can be hung, and a more senior segment of the church can interact with young people and inspire young people to say, hey, you know, I didn't know we had prominent professionals in our history like that. And it inspires them, the young people, to consider going into a medical field. And I don't know why more stress isn't being put on remembering people that have made a positive difference in lives. And all due respect to sports, it seems like that's the only people that ever get all the limelight, so to speak.
Yeah.
And not everybody can be a basketball player or a football player. Right. So here you're encouraging people, hey, you're going to the medical field, they're a healthcare provider, health professionals are always going to be needed. There's only so much that a computer can do in evaluating stuff, but you still need that hands-on skills like a dentist. And you can't do that on a computer.
No, absolutely.
And you're to be commended for doing that. And then you got books as well that are not just necessarily fiction books, but there are books that can actually help people in their lives. I forgot. You're right. Not just the history books. I have one in particular I'm excited about. And by the way, I'm creating a series that I'm going to post very soon on discount tips on saving money on your health care services. Right.
And I've just finished up the one pilot last week. And I'm getting ready to create a second one, and then I'm going to start putting it out there for people to see.
Wow.
I'll just leave it at that. I'm not going to say much about it right just yet, but I'll have it ready. But it takes time to Ike Engelbaum show here.
All right, and I will try not to pester you about it. I know you're very efficient in getting stuff down. And if anyone is interested in actually creative ways to raise money for nonprofit organizations, it does not have to be just churches. There are so many great organizations out there that want to reach the community in a positive way. And if anyone is positive, Dr. Andre Lee is the man. All you got to do is call our toll-free number, 888-489-8980. And I look forward to talking to you again next week, Dr. Andre Lee.
Oh, I've got good stuff coming. Good
all right. Hallelujah. Okay. Have a good one. We'll be right back. When it's time to move, don't trust all your memories and most prized possessions to just some guys with a truck. Get personalized first-class treatment from bonded and experienced moving professionals. If you're confused about all the details involved in moving from one household to another, call 1-888-489-8980. Is always the concern of who should I call about the utilities? How shall I handle my household appliances? What should I do about my pets? What do I need to handle in advance of the move? For a free brochure titled Practical Hints to Make Moving Day Easier, call Aberdeen Van Lines at 1-888-489-8980. We can even help you in selling your home or any furniture that you may no longer wish for your next move. Let Aberdeen help make your move a dream. So call 1-888-489-8980 now.
If you need a helping hand to stay at home, or maybe you'd like somebody to provide transportation or grocery shopping or run errands for you, or maybe you're going to need help with bathing or personal grooming, or you need home renovations to enable you to stay in that home safely and securely. Or maybe you can't leave your home, but you need somebody to come in and do things like a doctor, a nurse, a podiatrist, a dentist, or to have your prescriptions delivered to you. Well, House Calls on Wheels is the answer to all of that. House Calls on Wheels provides both medical and non-medical services in your home. And all the medical services are covered by insurance. The non-medical services start as low as $10 an hour. So if you or someone you know needs a helping hand at home, call House Calls on Wheels for a free in-home consultation. And that toll-free number is 1-888-489-8980. All right? That's 1-888-489-8980.
And welcome back. I hope you heard the first segment where I am making an offer for at least till mid-October, as long as the supply lasts. I've got a couple of free tickets to the Renaissance Festival for anyone calling our toll-free number 888-489-8980, and we'll consider talking to any of our sponsors. This is a way that the sponsors know that their advertising dollar is being spent wisely, and you could help me look wisely, which may be a bit of a challenge, but I only surround myself by qualified, top-notch people. So if you're considering making a move or considering moving into a retirement home, if you'll just give us an opportunity to talk to you about it, I can put you in touch and give you advice on what your best move might be. I had an interesting call just this past week from this couple who are both visually impaired, and they wanted to go to a facility whereby they had special accommodations for visually impaired people. So I was able to find that type of a situation. I pride myself, after all these years, I'm a pharmacist, so and I used to have Owl Drugs. We had about 10 stores, and we serviced nearby retirement homes and nursing homes. And whenever any of the people in the facility needed anything, no matter what it was, I would make a point to get it for them. Now, without the stores, I've recruited and surrounded myself with qualified people that will provide you almost anything. And it's a lot of fun for me because, life, if you enjoy and go along in a positive way, can really be enjoyable. And that's why we call the show Bright Side of Aging. I've met so many interesting seniors. I, in fact, welcome you to call our toll-free number. If you'd like to get out to the community, we have what I like to call the Bright Side of Aging Bunch. And I'm debating whether to call it Bright Side of Aging Brigade or Bunch. In fact, feel free to call me on a toll-free number and let me know which one would you like to be associated with, Bright Side of Aging Bunch or Bright Side of Aging Brigade. And the theme would be to meet on a periodic basis, maybe once a month, and we could go on a bus together down to the Arts Museum. Or we could go to the Detroit Historic Museum. We could have lunch, meet in a central place, and get to have you meet other people that are listening to not only this program, but to Bob Allison's program, Ask Your Neighbor, that precedes the show. And as you know, Bob Allison has been around for 56 years, and he's on every day on this station from 9 a.m. to 11. So we could actually have a get-together and travel together and get to know each other. That is what really life is all about, is to reach out and make connections. I get so frustrated when I see people who, unfortunately, because they've lost close friends or family members, suddenly become recluse. Don't, ever get to a point where you're still in mourning for years. I'll never forget, I had a neighbor of mine who lost his wife, and he, for the next 15 years, 1-5, would just sit there on this porch, and we would invite him over to our house as frequently as we could. But he was a talented guy, and instead of making new connections, he just kept mourning. Don't get into that situation. Please, please get out. If you need some ideas and groups to join up with, please call me at 888-489-8980. I belong to the Rotary Club and the Optimist Club in West Bloomfield. But whatever portion of the world that you're listening to this program, I guarantee you that there's a Optimist Club or Rotary Club or a Kiwanis. They got so many great service organizations. In most cases, you're welcome to check them out for a few times. And if it's the type of theme that you'd like, then they welcome members. And you'll be amazed how many people you'll meet who are giving, and they make you feel better because you've touched their lives. The sad part about it is, one of the worst things that can happen as you age is you are constantly living in the past. As you know, I'm a firm believer in looking at life in a positive way. In fact, my first name is Ike, so I have a series of Ikeisms, as I like to call them. And one of them is, how many times have you heard, you should look at life as a glass of water, half full, half empty? Ikeism states, no, you should look at a glass of water as the glass being 3/4 filled and only 1/4 empty. There is no doubt, unfortunately, as life progresses, you're going to lose friends, family members. They really meant something to you, and they're no longer there. You can best keep that connection alive by remembering that you're happy that you had a chance to be with them, not that they're no longer around. I have more thoughts like that. We'll have to share it on our next visit. Right now, I only have enough time for my parting thought, which is, yesterday is history. Tomorrow is a mystery. Today is a gift. And that's why we call it the present. Please enjoy your present by looking and living life with the right side of aging. Welcome to the Entrepreneurs Network radio show. Our mission is to interview successful entrepreneurs who are willing to share with us their ideas and experiences, both the successes and the failures. Because as it has been jokingly said, you should learn from the mistakes of others because you'll never live long enough to make them all yourself. My name is Ike Engelbaum, and I'm the founder of the Entrepreneurs Network of Michigan, which is a group of motivated people that are all interested in helping each other in achieving our personal and professional goals. Please check out our website, entrepreneursnetworkofmichigan.com, for meeting schedule as well as self-improvement material. Our philosophy is that if it's to be, it's up to me. When it's time to move, don't trust all your memories and most prized possessions to just some guys with a truck. Get personalized first-class treatment from bonded and experienced moving professionals. If you're confused about all the details involved in moving from one household to another, call 1-888-489-8980. Is always the concern of who should I call about the utilities? How shall I handle my household appliances? What should I do about my pets? What do I need to handle in advance of the move? For a free brochure titled Practical Hints to Make Moving Day Easier, call Aberdeen Van Lines at 1-888-489-8980. We can even help you in selling your home or any furniture that you may no longer wish for your next move. Let Aberdeen help make your move a dream. So call 1-888-489-8980 now.
If you need a helping hand to stay at home, or maybe you'd like somebody to provide transportation or grocery shopping or run errands for you, or maybe you're going to need help with bathing or personal grooming, or you need home renovations to enable you to stay in that home safely and securely. Or maybe you can't leave your home, but you need somebody to come in and do things like a doctor, a nurse, a podiatrist, a dentist, or to have your prescriptions delivered to you. Well, House Calls on Wheels is the answer to all of that. House Calls on Wheels provides both medical and non-medical services in your home. And all the medical services are covered by insurance. The non-medical services start as low as $10 an hour. So if you or someone you know needs a helping hand at home, call House Calls on Wheels for a free in-home consultation. And that toll-free number is 1-888-489-8980. All right? That's 1-888-489-8980.
And welcome, and I hope you write that phone number down because, quite frankly, I pride myself on following up on almost any request anyone makes, and for a limited time, as long as I have tickets available, any of the sponsors that help keep me on the air, because as you may know, this is what's called a pay-to-play station. We pay for the airtime and we depend on sponsors to keep us on the air. And if you enjoy some of the thoughts that I try to convey and you want to participate in working with any of the sponsors, because the wonderful thing about the people that I promote are growing and they always need additional help. And our Entrepreneurs Network group, in fact, that meets tomorrow morning, 9:15 to 10:30, is a perfect example because we've been meeting now for over 45 years in different locations. And if you're looking to start or build your current business and you need guidance in connecting on what you should be doing if your business is sliding, or if you want to add more business to it, by all means, show up at Level 1 Bank, 37100 Woodward, southeast corner of Big Beaver and Woodward, and we provide you with coffee and snacks. You will not go out hungry, and not only for the body, but for the mind. We have some really exciting people that actually participate, and if you're looking to develop your communication skills, if you decide to team up with us, we give you an opportunity to be a speaker, not only for our group, but for other related organizations. You know, you can't be successful as an entrepreneur if you can't express yourself properly. We just got over the elections yesterday, and the people that ended up winning were people that conveyed the message in an understandable type way. This is not a political show, but you can learn a lot from how successful politicians operate in terms of being successful in business. You, whether you believe it or not, you're going to have to believe it because it's the truth, can't be successful if people don't quite understand what you're doing. So we purposely stress in assisting you in your communication skills. And in fact, we always hear about the 60-second elevator pitch. There is hardly any business organization that doesn't have as part of their agenda the opportunity for you to introduce yourself and tell people what you do. And this is really a verbal business card. Because when you analyze it, a business card can only do so much in identifying who you are. But if you really want to make connections and help people around you, which is vital, by the way, it's a known fact that the way you can build relationships is that you help other people, and they in turn will help you. But you got to get the ball started, or the connection started. So the 60-second elevator pitch, along with the business card, is your initial connection. So tomorrow, Thursday, 9:15 to 10:30, and we try to maintain Thursdays at our Level 1 Bank. But then we have also different chapters. And by the way, if you're interested in starting a chapter in your area, we'll help you get started, and you can actually participate in the membership fees as well as building your business. I welcome anyone that wants to call me at the toll-free number 888-489-8980. And if you want to be an ambassador, you can actually earn some extra income if you want to work with us. I practice what I preach, which is that if someone helps you, you should help them. And the best way I know, aside from sending a box of candy or something, is for them to earn some extra income. We have that opportunity. We have some very interesting people in our group tomorrow and on Tuesday, by the way, which is going to be the 14th. If you are on the west side of town, the location at Woodward and Big Beaver is inconvenient, how about All Seasons Center? It's at 5600 Drake Road, which is right south of Walnut in West Bloomfield. We will keep on the same time frame of 9:15 to 10:30, and we'll have coffee and snacks so that you'll be able to also fill your body as well as your mind. And if you got an idea, or you want to build an idea, or find out who can help me in getting it financed, we have people like that. In fact, we have accountants, attorneys, we have financial services available. Plus, we have marketing people that are reasonable, not only conventional marketing, but social media marketing. And these are talented people. I don't want to hang out with losers. One of the ways that I tell people to be successful, always surround yourself by positive-minded people and winners. Because if you surround yourself with losers, guess what's going to happen? You're going to be a better loser. Do you want to be a better loser? That's the path to take. So join us Tuesday morning, 9:15 to 10:30 out in West Bloomfield, or in Woodward and Big Beaver. You can log on to meetup.com /ENO Michigan, or the conventional way of calling, which is 888-489-8980. 1-888-489-8980. So we try to make ourselves available as much as is possible. And one of the things that I stress in terms of being successful is being clear and succinct in your 60-second pitch. Number one, of course, the anatomy of a 60-second pitch is that you want to obviously identify yourself, give your company name, and a brief description of what you do in shirt-sleeve English. Do not use buzzwords that are common in your particular profession. I get a kick out of these people that come in, they're involved in a 3-tier level of their business, and that doesn't mean anything. And make it clear how you can help people in that room. And if you're a smart networker, try to arrive early so you can meet and greet people before you sit down and begin to have the meeting. Because it's in that initial stage that you'll get to know other people's profession. And by the time the meeting gets started, you will have a pretty good idea of who is attending, what their profession is. Are they in the insurance business? Are they in the real estate business? What business are they in? And in order for you to be successful, you should, if you're serious about wanting to network in a positive way, you should keep up in the news and check out the business section in the newspapers. I still am old-fashioned in that respect. I still love newspapers. Yeah, check out what is going on in the different fields. So this way you'll have a better understanding. And now with the internet, of course, you can cherry-pick whatever you want to read about, but you should have an overall knowledge of the various businesses or professionals that are going to be there. Then this is a little acronym that I've tried to stress as much as is possible. Then when you do your 60-second elevator pitch, most times you're so busy identifying how you can benefit. They call it the WIIFM factor. What's in it for me? I got news for you. If you want to be successful, you have to operate on the acronym of WIIFT. What's in it for them? How are you going to help them? And in the process of your 60-second elevator pitch, once you've clarified what you do, how you can help people, you want to offer something unique. It's called USP, a unique selling proposition. What is it that makes you different than other people in that business? And then there is another acronym called CTA, and that stands for Call to Action. Make some sort of an incentive for people to act promptly. A great example of that is Art Van, who runs commercials every week, and he says, sale ends Wednesday night. In fact, the Thursday morning, there's another special. That's beside the point. Meanwhile, he's created a sense of urgency. So simply put, the points to remember: be clear, concise, how you can help people, give what makes you unique, and give a call to action. Speaking of action, we're going to have to take action and take a brief commercial break. And when we get back, I'd like to share highlights of a real great booklet that I picked up several years ago from Techtown on the power of tens, the power of starting your own business, and limited it to 10 powerful points. Don't go away. We're going to be right back. When it's time to move, don't trust all your memories and most prized possessions to just some guys with a truck. Get personalized first-class treatment from bonded and experienced moving professionals. If you're confused about all the details involved in moving from one household to another, call 1-888-489-8980. Is always the concern of who should I call about the utilities? How shall I handle my household appliances? What should I do about my pets? What do I need to handle in advance of the move? For a free brochure titled Practical Hints to Make Moving Day Easier, call Aberdeen Van Lines at 1-888-489-8980. We can even help you in selling your home or any furniture that you may no longer wish for your next move. Let Aberdeen help make your move a dream. So call 1-888-489-8980 now.
If you need a helping hand to stay at home, or maybe you'd like somebody to provide transportation or grocery shopping or run errands for you, or maybe you're going to need help with bathing or personal grooming, or you need home renovations to enable you to stay in that home safely and securely. Or maybe you can't leave your home, but you need somebody to come in and do things like a doctor, a nurse, a podiatrist, a dentist, or to have your prescriptions delivered to you. Well, House Calls on Wheels is the answer to all of that. House Calls on Wheels provides both medical and non-medical services in your home. And all the medical services are covered by insurance. The non-medical services start as low as $10 an hour. So if you or someone you know needs a helping hand at home, call House Calls on Wheels for a free in-home consultation. And that toll-free number is 1-888-489-8980. All right? That's 1-888-489-8980.
And welcome. And for those of you who are not aware, tomorrow is Thursday, and we're going to be meeting at the Level 1 Bank, 37100 Woodward. It's free, southeast corner of Big Beaver and Woodward. We have free coffee and free snacks. Get a chance to introduce yourself, bring some business cards with you. And if you got some brochures, we believe in shameless self-promotion. If you're thinking about starting a business or you've started one but you want to increase your sales, we've got some really talented people. So that's tomorrow, Thursday, 9:15 to 10:30. And we're going to have Harry Pivos, who's an accountant, who will be sharing how the new tax laws will affect you both in personal and professional careers. And if you can't make it on Thursday, tomorrow, how about next Tuesday? The one on Thursday is in Bloomfield Hills. The other one on Tuesday, August the 14th, same time frame, 9:15 to 10:30. We'll be meeting at the All Season Center, 5600 Drake Road, just south of Walnut Lake Road in West Bloomfield. It's free, beautiful facility, and we'll have free snacks. And we're going to have Steve Lipsatz, who is also an accountant. He'll be giving his views on the tax laws. So you'll get a chance to really have a better understanding how our government is there really to help us. I laugh about it because when you think about the IRS, THE, IRS, if you spell it out, for those of you who don't have a pencil in hand, take my word for it. The IRS, if you combine the two words, what does it say? It says theirs. Truth of it is that I can appreciate the taxes make the government operate efficiently. Unfortunately, somewhere from our payments and how the politicians spend the money, it leaves a lot to be desired. But you have to be realistic that if you don't pay your share of what's legitimately owed, our government and all the benefits we have in this great country would not be available. This is indeed still the greatest country in the whole world. Opportunities are there, but you have to work the system in a legal way so that you can benefit from the fruits. And that's why I'm always energized every time we have a meeting, because I have so many young people now that are realizing that in order for you to be successful is that you should strive to be self-employed, because then you won't get fired. But it's not as easy as it sounds. The truth of it is you have to identify your talent. You have to have a passion for what you do. If there's a walk-away message that I'd like for you to consider today, is that list what is it that gets you really excited that you would do, that you have the talent for, that you would do without being paid. Because they said that there's a great saying, you will never work a day in your life if you identify what your talent is and figure out a way how to make money at it. Then it's not work anymore. And I am very pleased as to how life has gone for me, because I always had a desire to be self-employed, and we had 10 drugstores over the years. And I also encourage you, find a good partner in your business as well as your personal life. And I've looked out in both situations, and it's something that I try to share with people that come to our meetings and people that I get to meet in other settings. So tomorrow is a great time for you to reach out to people and connect with people. And I want to share some of the highlights of a booklet that I got. It's a guide to starting your own business. It was well done, and it's very simple. And, you know, I find it interesting that we all know about the 10 Commandments. Have you ever thought about why couldn't you take similar type approach in starting or building a business? So this booklet covers the 10 items. Number 1, about how you explore your dream. Number 2, the planning part. Number 3 is the legal part. 4 is the funding. Then there's how do you manage the business? How do you hire the right people? What about what location you'll have, or maybe you want to work out of your home? Then when it discusses marketing. Then what about sales strategies? And then there's public relations. I'll be glad to share that information and give you a reprint of that booklet if you'll call our toll-free number, 888-489-8980. It's free. All you'll be charged is the mailing costs. And if you call our toll-free number, 888-489-8980, I'll be glad to send you the booklet on Guide to Starting Your Own Business. The price is right. It's free. But you got to make an effort to call. And I always enjoy talking to people if they want to talk to me. It's our toll-free number, 888-489-8080, 888-489-8980. And if you want to be put on our contact list, by all means, all you got to do is log on to enomichigan.com, and we'll keep you in touch with the various meetings. We have meetings that we affiliate with as well. So tomorrow, Thursday, 9:15 to 10:30, you'll hear about what you should know about the new tax situation. And the truth of it is, there are ways that you can take advantage of the situation. And I thought it might be worthwhile for you to get some indication on how do you identify what you want. Many times people have difficulty really identifying what they want. So how about writing down what you don't want? And whatever you do want, assuming it has merit and it's something that you really have a passion for, then you want to make sure that you come up with what that idea and how you can implement it, what the market is. And we have psychologists as part of our group as well. And they're business coaches. And by the way, that's a great way to get started, because we have some really talented people in our group that's what they do, is they coach you. And one of the things that's worked very successful is that they can videotape your personality, and then you have like a discussion about what really makes you tick. It's so vital that you really know your strengths and weaknesses. It's the SWOT approach, S-W-A-T. And that you can use even in your business. If you have a business, you should know who your competitors are and identify what is the strengths. If they're more successful, what is it they do that you're not doing? Then you have an action plan as well. And the point is that that's why you need the support of a group like the Entrepreneurs Network. I've got more to share, but not today, because I only have enough time for my parting thought, which is, if you really want to get anything done in life, you'll find a way. And if you don't, you'll find an excuse. And there is no excuse for not achieving your dreams and goals in America, because it is the greatest country in the whole world. Remember, a goal is just a dream with a deadline.
This is WNZK, Dearborn Heights, Detroit. Your ethnic superstation at 690 days, 680 nights. WNZK has available a few good hours of airtime for a few good programs to serve their communities. Radio is better than ever in targeting an audience that listens to what you say. Learn more about this exciting radio broadcasting opportunity by calling WNZK Radio at 248-557-3500.